This one is an Italian. Oh, this one is an Italian hot chocolate. That's the name. Okay. This one is an Italian hot chocolate or hot cocoa, and it uses a few ingredients, and I'm going to show that for you guys in just a bit. I don't know why I jumped for that. Hi there, everyone. So I thought I would share the hot chocolate that I like to make, which is more of like a thick hot chocolate. I'm very excited to show everybody the Italian hot chocolate that we are gonna make. If you are new to my channel, do like and subscribe if you like the video, but subscribe so you can see other videos. I post other stuff like covers, DIY stuff. Oh, and then I'm going to start like unboxing things soon, but all local brands. So I'm featuring local ingredients here as well. I burped, excuse me. I know some of you are used to the tableo ones. It's very Pinoy, but this one is a different version, and I had this at a patisserie before, and I really liked it. So here are the ingredients that we have. Milk, we have sugar, we have 2.5 tablespoons of hot cocoa powder. Hot cocoa powder. One more time. Now the chocolate that we're using, these are from the Malagos Chocolate company. These are from Davao. Now most people like to use dark chocolate, which you can. 70% and above is recommended for this type of recipe, but you can really change it depending on the kind of sweetness you want. So if you're gonna use a semi-sweet chocolate, if over Christmas you receive lots of chocolate from your loved ones, lovers, fighters, friends. That's the word I was thinking of, not fighters. Okay, if you receive a lot of chocolate from whoever, then you can actually just use that chocolate and use it in this recipe. You just need to not add as much sugar unless you really like a lot of sugar. But this one doesn't call for a lot of sugar. I like how, if you see, they're in little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagons. They're in like hexagons. They're in little gems, and they're portioned to around 4 to 5 grams each, so you just need around 20 of these things. I just like them because they're easier to melt this way already. If you don't have these kinds of, it smells so good. Oh, if you don't have these kinds of chocolate metals, these are 100. This Malagos chocolate is 100% cacao, pure cacao. So I don't recommend that you eat this by itself because it doesn't taste great by itself. Because it's supposed to be mixed into things, unless you're like a chocolate connoisseur, which you could be. Yeah. Now this cornstarch, this is what makes Italian hot chocolate. I almost forgot what we were making. This is what makes Italian hot chocolate nice and thick. And don't worry, it's not going to taste like cornstarch. This is just about a teaspoon of it anyway. So I'm very excited. Okay, so I'm going to start. Alright, so we are going to start this recipe by incorporating a little bit of the milk and the cornstarch. So this is 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Put all of that there. So you want to make a cornstarch slurry, and that's gonna keep you from having lumps later on. So you want to make it a paste first. So I'm just gonna get around double the amount. This is 1 teaspoon, and this is like a fake teaspoon, so I think maybe around 3. It's not quite gonna become like a thick paste yet, but at least you won't get big lumps. Now you can also incorporate your cocoa powder already into this. So you can either incorporate that in your boiling pot, or you can do that here with a cornstarch slurry. And you want to mix it until you have a paste of sorts. How are you all spending your Christmases? COVID Christmas! So I'm just here. So it's turning into a paste, and this way it's going to be easier for it to incorporate with the milk, and there are going to be less lumps. All right, Yeah, I'm gonna change, and this is gonna be a stove. And ta-da! Okay. Yeah, that wasn't magic, whatever. What we're really gonna do is just we're gonna combine everything in a pot. And you wanna use a thick bottomed pot. For those of you using induction, you have to watch it like a hawk because, just like me, it's very easy to go too hot here on an induction stove. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna put my pan on low heat, and then I'm going to add the milk, and I'm gonna slowly heat it. You don't want your milk to burn, because then it's just not gonna mix well with the cornstarch, and you're gonna burn things, and that has happened to me before. You don't wanna do it. My milk is warming now. This one is just, like, it's still touchable. So I'm just gonna whisk this. Again, the milk is still just on warm. Look at that, see, I gotta mix that in together. Lowering the heat a little bit more because you want to make sure it incorporates. And you really just keep mixing until things start to mesh with each other. You can add your cocoa powder about now. Again, you could have started off with a sifted cocoa powder, but here we are. So I'm just sifting and mixing. La, 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 into his love. Now this is a Dutch cocoa. You can really use any unsweetened cocoa. And again, I say unsweetened because it's up to you to add the amount of sugar. Keep whisking this until it incorporates. This serves around 1 to 2 people, depends on how much you want to drink. Again, this is a very thick drink, or this is going to be a very thick drink. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of sugar first. You could do 2 unless you like it not sweet as well. You want it to simmer so that it activates the cornstarch. I upped the heat a little bit more again. And you're gonna know it's simmering by seeing like little bubbles form. These are one of my simple joys for Christmas because I love hot cocoa, and then you get ensaimada and then you dip it in cocoa. It's so good. Don't just blast your milk to high heat because you're gonna burn that. You want it to slowly get there, because once it gets there, it's just gonna keep escalating, and then you're just gonna burn things. Ooh, it's already simmering. There you go. So it's gonna start to thicken. Once it starts to bubble, you wanna mix and mix so it doesn't burn. This way, some of the heat escapes. So now you wanna add the chocolate medallions. It's just melting and incorporating with the hot cocoa, and you notice instantly it's getting thick already. So again, you just want to whisk that until all the lumps turn into delicious hot cocoa-y liquid. So if you're using something like a semi-sweet chocolate, oh, it's so good. Beautiful. Oh, and it's nice and warm. Oh, that's so good. And there, look how pretty it is. It's all heart-shaped. Full of love. Full of love. Sushi, sushi. Look how thick that is. Look, see? So this is Italian hot chocolate. If you have questions about this recipe, message it below. If you liked it, I hope you liked this video. If, let's just say you do because it's Christmas. Please subscribe. I will post other videos. Some are covers, some are cooking stuff, some are me random stuff, because look how thick it is. I really, like, I can't, I mean, it coats your spoon. So your tablea won't be able to do that unless you put like maybe 5 in 1. But the chocolate tastes so good. So good. Oh, and you can get that chocolate online. Do you hear how that drinks? Oh, it's so thick. right, so for those of you making this for your kids, you can add more sugar. But for you and me, this is great. You can also add more milk, more whipped cream. You can thin it out a bit. It really depends on you, but this is the more traditional style of making Italian hot cocoa. I hope you like this video. Do like and subscribe, and happy holidays to those of you who are going to be celebrating the holidays. If you're just here because you searched, I want hot cocoa, and this is how you ended up here, then cheers to some cocoa. I just realized heart-shaped apron, heart-shaped cup, heart-shaped plate. That's about it. See you guys next time. Hopefully, I don't really get to see you though. See me next time. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Dollop of whipped cream. This will be good with like crushed candy canes on top. I had chocolate.